Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Sim Shack, and of course welcome back to me, 𝗬𝘂𝗍𝗂𝗁. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're enjoying your farming simulator experience. I put a honest gameplay video out the other day. You get the fanboys who just cannot accept that there's anything wrong with this game, even though, you know, I'm providing video evidence to show that the game has got so many issues. As per usual, once the modders get going, the game will just improve. It will become better. I mean, there has to be a reason why Giants took mods and put them in the official game, right? It's because everybody downloaded those mods every time they released a new game. And they, you know, it's cheeky and it's rude. But something I want to show you this morning, a little bit strange. I noticed it yesterday, and it actually seems to have completely turned around. You can see the reviews are 70% positive, but the same thing will happen with that, as always happens. So there's an additional New Holland CR11 Gold Edition DLC mod, and I bought the version with the Year 1 Season Pass. There's also a 𝗥𝗲𝗃 pack, which I didn't see yesterday. That must be new. That's an interesting looking thing. Anyway, they are now both in my account. So, yeah, that's slightly interesting. I guess, I don't know, maybe Giants had so many people kick off about how disgusting that was that you buy the Year 1 Season Pass and then you don't get these mods in your game. And perhaps they've changed their mind. Or perhaps it was a bug or an oversight. I don't know. But anyway, it looks like I now have all the DLC, which is one less thing for me to complain about. But this particular video is going to be about setting up my controllers. Now, the reason why I put PC on my videos is because my perspective is that of a hardcore sim PC player. Sorry, let me just switch back. A hardcore sim PC player, right? So when people come on and they say, oh, you know, your review, not that it's a review, it's just gameplay showcasing. I haven't even done my review yet. But when they say, you know, I'm on a PS5 and I don't have any of these problems, it's like, so what? You know, I don't have any of these problems with my toaster. It doesn't matter. This is a review of a PC title review. So when the console players, normally children, not always, but normally children, come on and they're like, oh, I don't have any of these problems, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, actually, you do. You're just not, you know, aware of them. You're not visually seeing them. The physics issues that I highlighted in my video, they're definitely there. They're there for everybody because they are the physics in the game, and they're crap. Absolutely rubbish. Still, I would like them to add a handbrake and fix that hill roll situation. I would like things to be manually done instead of automated from within the truck. It's just, it seems to be getting worse and worse. It's very much a console game, this one, more than ever before. At least before you could sort of work your way around these issues, but now it just feels so determined to be a console game that I'm actually finding it difficult to get my controllers and everything working the way I want them. But that's what I'm going to do today. So if you're not interested in seeing that, don't watch. Really simple. I don't care if you enjoy watching the video or not. I am setting up my controllers, and let me show you my controllers. So I have a 𝗤𝘂𝗃𝗁𝘂 panel to my right and a 𝗤𝘂𝗃𝗁𝘂 panel to my left, a wheel in the middle, and an Xbox controller. This is how I play Farm Sim. And obviously I've got pedals down here as well. Now, I could have a gear shifter. I do have a gear shifter, and if the game was anything like realistic, then I would include that. But the reality is that nothing is realistic at all. So I'm going to go into number 1, 𝗦𝘂𝗏𝗃, whichever one gives me the most money. So farm manager, 1 million. I can reduce it, but I can't have any more. Start farm. I don't know what that means. I'm going to say no this time and see what happens. And just go in. Now, that's interesting. So I've got the 𝗦𝘂𝗏𝗃 pack. Oh, actually, I did have that before. But I'm still not seeing the other one. So I still haven't got the yellow combine, even though it says I have. So, okay, that's an ongoing query at this point in time then. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get this working in a way that makes sense. Now, I didn't really want to have 2 𝗤𝘂𝗃 side panels, but because you cannot have one button do 2 things, in some cases you can, in some cases you can't. It's all a bit broken, to be fair. I need to have as many buttons as possible. So what I've decided is the left panel is going to be for all the front loader stuff, and the right panel is going to be all for the rear stuff and hopefully the tractor. And then like things on the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 are going to be for driving, I guess. So at some point I could add a shifter here and try and make that work, but we'll get there in time. Bloody hell, 38%. That takes some time to load, doesn't it? I wonder if I'm going to get the stuttery issues that I do every time I start a new map. PlayStation 5 players don't get that problem, apparently, so it's not an issue. Honestly, some people. Too stupid to realise that they're stupid. Right, okay. Oh, God, there's Grandad. That's a bad sign. Let's get away from him as quick as possible. Yep, we got the stutters. Micro stutters. What was that? My eyes deceiving me there. Did I have a massive black screen for a second? God almighty. Oh, I was going to say, it seems to have calmed down, but I'm still getting the stutters. And there's another one. It takes a while for these stutters to dissipate, sadly. Right, so annoyingly, the first thing I want to do is make my controller damn it. Rotate faster. But I can't do that from within the game. So the first thing I have to do is quit the game. And this is such a big disappointment. I mean, it's just so ridiculous that you can't change controller configurations or graphical configurations whilst you're in the game. You always have to come out. It's just awful. Takes so much time to do the most simple thing on this game. Right, next menu. Next menu. Display. Next menu. Oh, that's not what I want. I want next device. Oh, X. So. Oh, that was it. Damn it. Typically, I missed it. I was miles away. I was thinking about too many things. But typically, I've gone past the one I want. Now I have to go through every single device that it detects to get back to the one I want. Oh, I did it again. X input gamepad. That's what we're after. Right, so what is this one? So that must be the X-axis. Sensitivity. So 200. So we'll apply that. Reload my game. It does at least load quicker second time round. So, I mean, it should be great for that, I guess. Looks like we're in Asia somewhere. I can see it like a pagoda in the back. Right, let's see how that feels now. Ugh, it's still slow. It's still really, really slow. But that's twice as fast as it was before, apparently. Unless, of course, it hasn't kept my changes. Because that is another bug I've discovered. Sometimes it unsets your configuration. What's interesting is he is looking at me the whole time, isn't he? Watching everything I do. Right, so it's quite a nice little map. Bit of a tree stump there. An even bigger tree stump next to it. Oh, hello. What do we got here? So this is rice, and it's ready to harvest. We have like a water pump system here. Really hope that works. That would be very cool. So we got 2 fields of rice, 3 fields of rice. Do I hear 4? No. 3 fields then. And they all look like they're ready to harvest. So let's have a go at that, shall we? Seeing as I've never seen rice before in the game. Still getting stutters. And popping. Right, I must have a vehicle of some sort somewhere. A rice harvester or something like that. I don't even know what this is. What is this thing? Can't get in there. Can't get in there. Bloody hell. There's not a lot of interactivity, is there? Is that another field? Hang on. I forgot about this. Oh, I have no vehicles at all. Right. So if I press that... Is there no search menu? There's no search menu. Okay, so how do I know what vehicle I need to harvest rice? I better go talk to Grandad, don't I? Zoop. Oh. Hello, Grandad.
Paint me green and call me a cucumber, if it isn't you.
God. Can I help you with something? Who can help me around here? Let's chat. I need to go. Right. Can I help you? Who can help me?
A couple of people in town can help you, kiddo. We have experts on agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. What do you need help with?
Agriculture.
Sure, kiddo. Although your old grandpa may not be up to date with some things and how they are done today, talk to my good old helper Ben. He will...
Ben. Where's Ben? Oh, okay. Ben's over there. Let's go talk to Ben. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men.
How's it going, newbie?
I need help with crops. And I need help with rice. What's the difference between rice and long grain rice? I don't know. God. I think we've got rice, so let's do a rice step by step.
Check the crop calendar and appropriate time frame for planting and harvesting before you start.
Yeah.
Step 1 to grow rice is placing rice paddies. That's a construction similar to grapevines and olive groves. You need to place and shape a paddy on your land. Step 2 is planting the rice. Here's the fun part. Before sowing, you need to fill your field with water.
Cool, you do have to do that.
60%
That's all right.
full for plants to grow. To fill your paddy with water, simply interact with the water pump next to your rice field. Step 3 is planting the rice. By the way, you can grow your very own rice saplings in a specialized greenhouse. To keep it simple right now, you can just buy fertilizer. Yes, planting and fertilizing happens at the same time. Nice. Plant row after row. Step 4 is managing the water level. You need to maintain different water levels at different growth stages. You can raise or lower the water level. The pump will automatically provide the correct amount of water. Just check your water pump daily to maintain the proper level, or you will lose seedlings and yield. On to step 5. Once the plant is ready to harvest, just head over to your harvester and hop in. Drive to one corner of your paddy and start harvesting one row after another. When the tank of...
Right, so it's a harvester of some sort. Okay, so if I come here and go to miscellaneous. Where's that thing? Oh, that's a leveler to move chaff and silage. Oh, this thing picks stuff up from the ground and tips them into a trailer. Okay, that's cool. So there's the tractors, there's the loaders, trailers, soil cutters, seeding, yield improvements, combine harvesting. Combine harvesting or forage harvesting? I think it might be in here. Damn it, I don't know what those icons are. What does rice look like? So I don't think it's going to be one of these. Special crops. Ah, right, here we go. Rice harvester. There we go. And there's only one, so we'll have that then. Details. Base price, license plate. I think we'll lease it. And I'll cheat just because this is more about setting stuff up than it is anything else. So the moment that changes my view, that resets my view. So this isn't really a steering wheel kind of machine, is it? How is that steering? Is it all joystick? So, okay. So this is where the game just instantly falls apart for me. How am I going to just control that vehicle with the joystick? So there's a reset all button. But there's no clear all button. And ideally, I'd like to be able to clear things Like, I'd like to say Camus 5 base, clear it completely. I don't want anything on there. Winch ropes. Okay. Now, is this going to recognize... It does. It recognizes both 𝗤𝘂𝗃 side panel control decks. So that is good. So let's try... I didn't go in. Is that because it's the wrong one? It was the wrong one. Okay. So it'd be nice if there was some sort of thing here to say number 2, number 1, and then, you know, I would have some chance of being able to work with it. So extend the front loader arm. So that raises the front loader tool. Ay. Damn, there are so many. See what I mean? There are so many inputs. I suppose it's good that you can double up on those controls. God, there's so many controls. This is why I want them to separate them all. Not like this. Not in a endlessly long thing like that, but like a sort of a tab thing. So it's just a bit more controllable. And I want whatever's in that tab to not affect whatever's in the next tab. So, right, here we go. Camus C5 base. Turn signal left. Turn signal right. Hazard lights. Work lights. Press the wrong button. Hazard lights. Work lights at the back. Get myself all kinds of confused here. Right, how many times have I put button 11 in? Twice. So light front and work light front are not the same thing. I put that there and that one on there. And then we got work light front, back, hazard lights. Okay, let's separate all that. Right, I think we got there in the end. Bit bloody awkward though, to say the very least. Toggle light reverse. Oh god, what? There's more lights. Beacon light. So high beam light then needs to be down here. What does that mean? Toggle light from external. No idea. We'll have to play with that. But I'm trying to keep all the lights over here on the left-hand side. We'll see how that works. Right, so we've got gears, we've got the clutch, which really literally does nothing. You put it in gear, you engage the clutch, release the clutch. It makes no difference whatsoever. Okay. So the crane, I fear, is going to need 2 joysticks. So if I set them both to red, and then annoyingly I can't have both Cytec panels on the screen. I can't swap and change them or drag them and drop them or anything like that. So it's a bit frustrating. So raise crane arm 2, press the button and then pull back. Extend the crane arm, be a twist function. Open the crane tool, will be a twist function. Rotate crane tool right will be on this side. Raise crane tool axis 3 will be button and pull. It's the crane supporting leg. So we'll put that on 1. And we'll put that on 2. So, interestingly, that hasn't come in here, but does it pick it up anyway? It does. Okay, so that's kind of cool, actually, because it means I don't have to be able to see both and switch between them. I can just press whatever button I want. In fact, I barely need to look at this, to be fair. It would just be nice if I could have them next to each other and organize them so I had a left one and a right one. That would be so much easier. Right, okay. Vehicle front loader. Right, so switch back to blue. And so we should be on this one now, shouldn't we? Front loader arm. Okay, so it's already in there. Okay, what have we got here? Extend header reel. So you can quite literally click on anything. So let me just see here. 𝗤𝘂𝗃 side panel control deck. So I seem to have that doing an awful lot of jobs. So if I click on 𝗤𝗄𝗃 simple pedal and then press 1, you'll see that it's changed to 1 here. So it doesn't matter which one you click on, it will just update whichever input you put in, and that's actually kind of good. So that will extend and retract. That will raise. So now, so this is the sprayer arm. So that's going to be on the back of the tractor, isn't it? So this should not be being controlled by the front 𝗤𝘂𝗃 side panel. This should be done by the back, the right 𝗤𝘂𝗃 side panel. So extend and retract, raise. Actually, I might do that the other way around. Raise the sprayer arm. Toggle work mode. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Does that mean turn it on, turn it off? I'm very confused. All right. Toggle work mode. Completely guessing now. There's no way I'm going to remember all this. Oh, what just happened there? What just happened there? It just reset itself. That's really irritating. Oh, look at that. They're now next to each other. Okay, my wish has been granted. I don't really know how that happened, but hey. Slightly annoying, but slightly grateful at the same time. Right, so extend header reel. I mean, they're back to front. I would like that one this side, this one that side, but never mind. Steering assist. So, where were we? Toggle work mode. Bosh. Oh, this is the right-hand panel now. Well, what the hell's all this? Has it just undone my settings? I'm pretty sure I just removed all this, didn't I? Right, toggle worker mode. That's cool. Sprayer. Right, so this is deactivate left partial widths. And this is activate left partial widths. This is deactivate right partial widths, and this is activate right partial widths. I mean, not only have I got to work out what these things do, change work width. I've got to remember them as well. Sprayer application rate change. God almighty. And then I've got to overcome any sort of duplicates that I've got. So this also changes work width. Wait a minute, did I not just bind that to a button? So put that on 14. I may have to come in and do this whilst I'm on a yard or something. So let me save those controls, just in case that happens again. Right, so this is more, okay, this is more sort of tool related. Oh, it's because my Xbox controller turned off. That's what it was. Yeah, so every time the Xbox controller turns off or whatever, it just resets the thing, and then it changes all this again. Ah, how frustrating. Right, so we don't want that on there. We don't want that on there. Good. So that's all on the Xbox controller. That's what we want. Crouch button. Okay, let's save those controls. Build mode, left button and that. Okay, try and remember that. I'll leave that on for now. Now I'm going to change this to my other controller because this is newer and the buttons are less worn out. So I have to take them off this side. Start stop engine. I'll put that here. Oh no, it swaps it all around again, isn't it? This is where it's going to get complicated, is when you're removing things. Because now I don't know which controller is flipping which. Right. Increase cruise control. Bosh. Decrease cruise control. Bosh. Grab steering. Rotate hand tool right. That's going to be on here. That shouldn't be on there at all. Rotate hand tool up and down. How do you rotate up and down? Is that even a thing? I would say interact would be A, but not B. Toggle hand tool. Activate hand tools secondary. Level picked up object. What the hell does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Throw object is X. Now some of these I'm going to keep set up because I want to manually do things like attach tool and detach tool, that kind of thing. Right, okay. Turn the tool on, lower the tool. God damn it. So it's already in there. Damn it. So complicated. Oh my God. So this is the back. One, two, three, four. So they're the 4 tool states. So now I can come back over to this one. Get rid of all this. So turn it on over here on the left. Reset the bail counter. It's got to be a... So that would be the other one. Holy bananas. Ponk. Right, let's see if I can get any of these things working. Oh, the one thing I didn't get. Toggle steering mode. Grab steering. Left and right. Vehicle work. Vehicle front loader. I just want to check this. Huh, some of these are missing. Okay, let's try again. Extend the front loader. So complicated. So complicated. Placeable items, camera. Select camera, pause game, open menu. Vehicle gearbox. I mean, this just doesn't work at all. Okay, so it looks like there is no way to steer this with the joystick. Oh, unless, of course, unless I steer left and right on one of these things. Yeah, and then see what I mean? I'm now in the position where I'm going to have another double set of side panels. If I'm in a vehicle that doesn't have a steering wheel, then in my head, all steering wheel related inputs should be turned off. And all of those inputs for that vehicle that's controlled with a joystick should have its own separate control panel set up. So if I want the steering wheel to work on a joystick driven vehicle, then I can just input steering wheel controls on that again. So it will work on both, but they should have independent configurations set up. So I would like the accelerate to be on here. But I think that's going to have knock-on effects with everything. Because now when I'm trying to use the front loader, it's going to make the vehicle accelerate. So, I mean, it works, but at what cost? So, I now have I mean, this just feels so much more realistic because the controls replicate what I'm seeing on the screen. I'll tell you what, it's nippy. It's very nippy. Right, I've no idea where I'm going. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Map. I've got to try and figure out what field that was in. This is where my lack of gameplay on Farm Sim lets me down because I have to work this stuff out. So I would like to find rice. So deselect all, and then just show me where the rice, where's the rice at? Down here? That looks like us. Yeah, that's us. Okay. So can I can't put a marker down or anything? Really? I can't put a marker down? Okay. Come over this way anyway. Hazard lights on. Just going on the road. Doesn't have hazard lights. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've got to say, it's kind of cool. I mean, this is a whole new vehicle for me. I've not seen it before. And as such, I find it interesting. Bit of information on the dash screen there. I'm glad that vehicles overtake me now. That in itself is a massive plus. Very, very sensitive. Oh, I've got a horrible feeling I'm going the wrong way. But I'm going the correct way. It's a bloody long way though. It'll be interesting when I try and turn all the stuff on. I would really like to see how the AI handles a car coming the other way as well. Will it wait for them? Will they collide? Will they try and avoid each other at the last minute? How's it gonna operate? What's going on with that camera there? That screen there. What is that? It's just a fixed picture. Can I shortcut across there? I think I probably can. I'm sure the owner of this field won't appreciate it, but tough titties. Really tempted to see how all-terrain this vehicle is. Got sort of tank tracks on it. I'm wondering if I can get over these rocks. suppose that is slightly outside of the scope of Farming Simulator, isn't it? But then, you know, they introduce roller coasters and yachts and all that kind of silliness. Although I am tempted to build a yacht, that's fair to say. Alrighty. Field number 1, I believe, is here. Oh, what's happened? What has happened? I'm in a permanent state of right-hand turn, and I can't go forward. What has happened? So, the way I've set this up is that forward is accelerate and back is reverse. But also, when I was setting it up the other day, I also set forward to swap gears. Now that actually kind of works, because all I have to do is accelerate. But I'm wondering if the game has now suddenly decided that because I've done that, I can't accelerate with this controller anymore. So it's let me drive all the way here. You can see it's fighting with itself, I think. And it's permanently trying to turn right. Do you know what's happened? The Xbox controller's turned off again. So let me turn that back on and see if everything comes back into alignment. No, it's completely screwed up all of a sudden. It was working fine and then suddenly not. I have a sneaky suspicion it's the same controller bug that I was showcasing the other day. So if I go... Oh look, accelerate is now W. What is that? And I can't get rid of it. So that's a bug we've seen before. So I'm going to make that accelerate again. Save the controls on it. My suspicion is it'll work again for a short space of time. Yeah. Yeah, so it's working, but it's the double bind issue. So whereas up on the left joystick was swapping between drive and reverse, it now can't do both jobs. So that's what's happened, is halfway down the road, it's reassessed. The Xbox controller turned off, and then it reassessed what buttons do what things, or what axes do what things. And because it's cascading, the swap direction overtook, or took precedence over acceleration and braking. That's 100%, that's what's happened. So I can very quickly come down here to gears, down the bottom somewhere. Change direction in space. So I can just use that temporarily to swap the direction back to drive, and off we go. But watch what happens again As soon as my Xbox controller turns off, we'll have the exact same issue. Because it'll reevaluate all controller inputs the second that that happens. Right, so I think that turns it on. No, that lowers it. So that now turns it on, which is not what I was expecting. Let's just check this out a second. Where the hell's it gone? I mean, this is a perfect example of why I hate the way they've done this. Right, here we go. So tool function 1, 2, 3, 4 should be on the right 𝗤𝘂𝗃 control panel, but then turn on off should be on 4. Okay. So weirdly, you don't have to turn this one on, it just works. I'm not sure that is working. Oh. Okay, it's not when the Xbox controller turns off, it's just randomly done it now. That's the steering wheel. This is where we're going to have a problem. Ah, Christ. It's actually the steering wheel that's turning it right. So we've got two issues going on at the same time. So because this vehicle, which doesn't have a steering wheel in it, does not have its own dedicated control inputs, this is the problem you're going to run into. Now, it's a relatively simple fix. Don't touch the steering wheel. Allow it to stay centralized. But because I have a half-decent steering wheel, I didn't want to have any dead spots on it. Because by default, there's 14%. And if you'll notice, if you've got a wheel set up on your game, that means you're going to turn an awful long way before you get any actual turn. So what I've got to do is I've got to put a little bit of dead spot on here because it's so precise, like even 1 millimeter off and it's trying to turn right. So in order to do that, annoyingly, I have to quit the game. And again, you know, this is what frustrates me so much about the controller inputs for this. And it's because it's set up, you know, they care about console players, not PC players. I can't stress that enough. They have no respect for PC players at all. So switch device. So you see here I've got 0 dead zone. So I'll put 3% dead zone on it and apply that. So now, go back into the game. I should be able to leave that relatively centralized and not have a problem. But of course, if I knock it, turn it, accidentally put an input on it, we're going to get that rotating problem again. Now, this will be interesting. I've reloaded the game. Will I still be able to accelerate and brake? Or will it have swapped? Let's find out. Okay, I'm going to cheat. So that seems to have fixed that problem. But now I can't drive. So now what originally was allowing me to drive is now swapping direction. So this is the problem with the cascading inputs. And you're going to have this problem all of the time. You'll set something and then the game will unset it. Now, it's never done that before. That's the first time it's done that. Normally, the cascading style sheet style of XML will have eradicated the input you put in. But for some reason, it's allowing you to save your new inputs over the cascaded style version for a period of time until it checks. It must check every time a device is disconnected, I'm assuming, which is not ridiculous. I mean, that does make sense that they do that. But every time it does that, it's going to unset your button keybinds. And you'll be like, well, it was working a minute ago. Why is it not working anymore? And this is why it's not working anymore. So what I can do, and what I will do is turn off. Needs to be down by the gears. Turn off the change direction thing on that device. Save it. So that won't be an issue anymore in that particular regard. We'll have to press space in order to reverse. Okay. These are the hoops and things that we have to jump through. I'm trying to work out if that's active. I think it is active. Maybe I just need to lower it. Interestingly, when I put a bit of left steering on, the rear light turns on. I don't know what the hell that's all about. That's a bit of a weird one. That's a strange bug. I'm not sure if it's trying to reverse. I don't think it is, but I need to lower that front. Ah, there we go. Okay. I think we're rocking and rolling now. Oh, it says you don't have access to this land. Let me just go check this out a second. Oh, it's owned by Walter. Who the hell's Walter? Is that my uncle? Is that my granddad or whatever his name is? That's also owned by Walter. Right, okay. Damn it, I thought it was going to be my field. So all this time and all this money spent, and it's not even mine. Let's go find Walter.
What's up, kiddo?
Can I help you with something?
Here's what needs to be done at the moment. Take your pick.
Okay. Harvesting.
Good. We need to harvest the grain before it rains. Do you own the required machines? Or how do you want to do it?
What machines do I
You
need?
need a good old combine harvester with a grain header.
Check.
Plus a trailer to deliver the harvest to its destination after you unload from the harvester.
Okay, I'll get one of them.
Do it?
I shall get one of those. So if I go Bosch Get a small tractor. I mean, that'll do, won't it? That'll do. It's got a front loader. No, it hasn't got a front loader, is it? Well, I don't want to buy something that hasn't got a front loader, so let's have a look and see if I can find one that's a reasonable price with a front loader. Ah, so you can attach a front loader. Can I attach a front loader to this? No, I cannot. Okay, so it looks like the 𝗏𝗂𝗯𝗀 is going to be our tractor. Standard wheel setup. Narrow tyres. Oh wow, look. We'll go standard. I obviously like Continentals. Engine setup, HS80, HS90, HS100, 110, 120 for an extra 20 grand. Cost calculation, 82,000. Let's buy it. Okay, good. So now I need a trailer. And so these are quite cheap. So it weighs 1.8 tons and it can hold 8 meters cubed. That's 6 tons, but it holds 12 meters cubed. 28 meters cubed. Conti Crosstrack HS3. These are the ones I can't reverse. I cannot do it. I cannot reverse these ones at all. So I guess, do you know what? I think for the time being, let's just go. Chassis color change. What should we go with? Pretty good. Design 1, design 2. Do you know what? I like design 3 because it's got a bit of protection. Okay, so that could be a bale trailer, a 4-meter extension. Now, what would be nice is if I could get out of the truck, and because if you look at this up close, you can see it's just like a latch system all the way around. So I'd love to buy the full-on extension and then come out and adjust this, take the sides off, and make it a bale trailer instead. That's the level of realism I'm looking for. Right, let's see how broken everything is. Oh, I should buy a front loader as well, shouldn't I? So we can test out how broken that is as well. Where is that then? Loaders, front loaders. 𝗏𝗂𝗯𝗀. Oh, hello. So it's a quick front loader. I'm not sure if that's important. Right, now, I always like to have these a really bright colour because whenever I put them down, I lose them. They disappear. So I tend to go yellow and pink. Okay, so that's the low loader. And on the tool, I want something with a, yeah, something like that. A fork with grapple. A log fork? Fork with grapple. Let's go with the log fork. Same thing with this. I like to make them a different color. Oh, I can't change the color of this. Very disappointing. Right. So. Probably makes sense if I pick up the front loader first, huh? And I've reduced my steering down to 1200 degrees, and that definitely seems to have improved things. Right, now, is there any way of attaching this? So I can't manually connect this. I find that so disappointing. In the base game, this is not an option. Everything has to be done from within the tractor. How pathetic. And why does it keep putting me into the external camera? That's not bloody good either. Right. So the gear changing system has overridden the ability for me to control the front loader, which is hardly surprising. And actually, it makes sense. I mean, in a perfect world, it would do both at the same time, but that's not going to happen, is it? So let's find the front loader, and I'll put it on the same control as the crane, because this is my argument. I'm never going to be in the crane at the same time as I'm working on a front loader. So if I'm in a front loader, a vehicle with a front loader, it should do those actions. And if I'm in a vehicle with a crane, it should do those actions. That's my argument. That has always been my argument. And that's how it was in Farm Sim 15. And it worked so much better. Right. So I'm just going to have to swap all this over. Save. Okay. Back. Good. Good. Now, that does mean I have to swap between gears and front loader, but actually that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay. So the grapple works. All right, groovy. Making progress. Oh. Bloody wing mirrors are rubbish as per usual. Alrighty. We go that way. See what it's like. Sorry, fella. No indicators on the AI vehicles, unless I'm blind, which I might be. So this isn't the fastest tractor in the world, but I think for, what, 80 grand, it's going to do most of the jobs we need to start with. I think everything just looks too bright, too washed out. What's that stuff over there? Poppies or something growing in that wheat. Love how they overtake. At the time they did that. Massive body of water over to my right there. Bit undulating, isn't it? Overtaken on a blind bend on a hill. Crazy. My suspicion is that AI vehicles only travel in one direction. I think that's how they've got around. Oh no, I'd be mistaken because here comes a truck. Okay. Yeah, I wonder then. I don't know what might happen in that regard. If a vehicle's trying to overtake me and there's an oncoming vehicle, what will happen? So I think this is us. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Up the top, up the top. Whoa! I should also try it with a vehicle that can match the pace of a car, shouldn't I? Oh, here we go again. I can't turn the engine off. It's going to be a constant nightmare of a battle. Start, stop engine. It's already set up. So what's it double bound to? Nothing. Can't I turn the engine off? I bet. Yeah, it's changed all my stuff back. It's changed everything back. Oh. Stop and go braking. Interesting. I'm going to have to test the neutral thing on a hill. I'll do that in a second, actually. Okay, so there we go. Right. So if I turn that on, I want to attach, which is Q. External camera, find a hill. What's at the bottom of that hill? Is it water? No, it's a field. Right, this is perfect then. So I'm driving along, parking on a hill, the biggest damn hill in the world. Take my foot off the accelerator, it just stops. Now, if this is a semi-automatic vehicle, which it might be, then yes, maybe that makes sense. But if I then drop down into neutral, what is keeping me there now? Because I don't have my foot on the brake. There's the brake lights. Brake lights are off. I'll give it a bit of throttle. Nothing is happening. So it's like there's a handbrake on, an automatic handbrake. I wish they'd just add a handbrake. So if I put it into gear and I drive up, and then I let go, do you see how it automatically just stops into neutral? But in order to do that, in order to let that roll, I have to press the throttle and release the throttle. And even that doesn't work sometimes. So in neutral, it's like there's a handbrake on constantly. So I have to put it into first gear, give it a bit of throttle. I don't even know how to make it do it sometimes. It's weird, you have to force it. See, now it's got low gear, so if you're on a hill like this and you haven't got a very powerful tractor, it's not going to pull it up the hill, right? Especially if it's wet or... Do you see that? Ah, that's interesting. I think I figured it out. So I have to give it the smallest amount of throttle. And it has to be in gear. I can't be so much throttle that it starts driving forward. It has to be the tiniest amount of throttle to release the handbrake. Just awful, really. Perhaps these Giants engineers have never driven a manual car, who knows? And it's not really for like modern tractors that I want this. I want to be able to do this on the old tractors, the really old tractors that have no electrics in them. They're all mechanical. That's what I want it for. Bit of historic farming. And having to get out of the tractor and manually go and do stuff is also high up on my wish list. Right, can I get in? No, because of the double binding thing. Right, let's try and do this. Let's start the engine. Start the machine. Power it up. Lower it. Still telling me I don't have access to this land, but I think I do. No, apparently I don't. Bear with me. I'll go and speak to Walter.
Nice to see you.
Can I help you with something?
Any
Harvesting.
do you own? How do you want to do it?
I got everything I need. Right, now it's started. Right, good. Uh-oh. Field 17, though. Which one is 17? Oh, bloody hell. We're nowhere near 17. Where's 17? What is in 17? Oh my god. Okay, very well. Flipping wheat. You absolute turd biscuit. So being able to immediately jump from one field to another is going to make some of you really happy, but it's a feature I'll never ever use, or very, very rarely. I know I'm using it right now. Contradiction in terms, but yeah, I like realism. That's my bag.
Paint me green and call me.
Can I help
Let's
you with
check.
something? Can I help with
Good.
harvesting?
Do you own the required machine? How do you want to do it?
So, why can't I pick the job that needs doing? I'm all ready to go on the flipping rice.
You need a good old combine harvester with a grain header, plus a trailer to deliver the harvest to its destination. How do you want to do it?
I think maybe he said grain header last time and I just heard rice header. Nuggets. Cool. That's expensive. Let's lease that one. Unbelievable. Right. What sort of controls do we have in here? So we have a wheel and that's it. Okay, good. So start the engine. Oh, it's one of those gear switcher ones. Well, let me get away with it. Thank you very much. Right, so we've got that control. May need to change the steering to be blue or whatever as well. Okay. I think I'm closer to field 17 now, at least. Nope. Bloody miles away. Now, what's this car going to do? I've got this massive... Oh, I just drove over the top of him. I think next time we ought to see that. Here we go. Right, got a massive thing coming. What's he going to do? Oh, I missed him that time. So he just stopped. Let's try and get slightly more in the middle of the road, see what happens. What about if it's a truck? It's going to be a will of strength. Oh, two cars together and they just drive into each other. It's finally happened. So they didn't crash into each other, but they just sit there arguing about... I wonder what happens if I get out of the way. Let me get out of the way. I want to know what will happen with the battle. They just go through each other. Well, how disappointing. Well, at least I know now. I don't have to worry about it anymore, or wonder about it. I should really be towing this behind me, shouldn't I? Never mind. I wonder if I can get to field 17 from here. Do you reckon I can get over that? Let's find out. Yeah, it's an all-terrain combine harvester. Right, field 12, I must be getting close. Oh no, annoyingly 17 is on the other side. So I need to go over here. Don't think I'm going to be able to drive through that bit of water. Is this 17? I'm not actually touching it. Oh, sod off truck. I know I should be towing it, but I'm not, am I? Tell you what, the AI is certainly more helpful than they used to be. Right. The New Holland Gold T1 edition, I noticed there. Trying to get me to buy it, even though it says I've got it. Right. Power on. Where's that not working? First you need to unfold the harvester. Ah. Cool beans. Still saying you don't have access to this land, but I'm pretty sure I am doing it. Let's bring the speed limit thing down to something reasonable. And away we go. Bit out of practice, so I'm a little bit lefter than I need to be, but I'm trying not to miss anything. I'd rather it take me longer and I don't miss any than miss loads. I think that black poster or whatever the hell that is there, advertising board, I think that's going to be a problem. Should really have sent the AI down to have a look at that. It's not a nice area to be working in, is it? For some interesting work. So if you're ever looking for the fold and unfold button for a combine harvester, it's tool action 2, I think it's fair to say. It's not wheat, it's oats, I've just realised. And we're a quarter full. Rough start there, but never mind. That wouldn't raise up for some reason. Refused to do it. Damn it, look, I did miss some. I missed a section there. I was really trying hard not to as well. I missed quite a bit, look. Loads of bits I missed. The wonderful thing is farming, putting a seed into the ground and it coming out as a crop, which you can then turn into so many different things. Sometimes that isn't raising up. I don't know why. I'm pressing the button, it's not doing it. We're about 50% full. One little tuft, look. Okay, so I'm going to hand this over to an AI worker. He's going to try and run me over. Thanks very much. See how well he gets on. So I thought I was bad. Look at this guy. Look what he's doing here. That's it. Destroy all the crops. Why are the crops not getting destroyed whilst he's driving through the middle of... What the hell is he doing? What on earth is this? AI driver doing? What is he doing? He's going to reverse all the way down through the field, destroying the entire field. Why is that not getting destroyed? Crop destruction is on. So it looks like the AI don't destroy crops, which based on his ability to figure out what he's supposed to be doing is probably a good thing. Now what is he doing? Oh, that's embarrassing. He's picking up the tufts that I missed. Right, let's leave him to it. Oh, what's happened here? Steering wheel. Okay. Why again does it keep putting me outside the thing? General settings. Reset vehicle camera on. Remembers the camera position for each vehicle once you exit it. So should I turn that off? If turned on, the indoor camera follows the movement of the seat suspension and gives a more realistic feeling. I didn't see any evidence of that. Dynamic vehicle camera. The vehicle will try and stay horizontal with the environment. Okay. Switch to trains. Trains are accessible when switching vehicles. Off. Why isn't there an option to turn off switching vehicles? Right, let's test it. So I like to be inside the cab, please. There we go. Good. Much better. Actually, I need to turn this one off, don't I? Wasting fuel. Right, off we go. Oh. I'm not entirely sure I'm going the right way. Yes, I am. Good, 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 good. What sort of state do you think the AI is going to be in when we finally get there? That was a massive cargo ship there, look. that big old bugger. See, I'm wondering whether or not we'll be able to sell stuff to the port. I have a feeling they're heading in that direction. They've done the trains, now they want to do harbours. I just feel like, even if they haven't done it this time round, I feel like that's the direction they're heading in. It's really slow development from them though. Oh, there is. There is a harbour. That's kind of cool. Should we go have a look? I think 3% dead spot is actually too much. Hey, look at this. To zoom out on that controller. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Where is the drop-off point? Is that the drop-off point there? Yeah, that's kind of groovy. Something different, isn't it? Decent sized ship model. Yeah, it's quite nice. Street. Trying to work out where field 17 is again. Appear to have indicators on this tractor. So, is he full? That's the question. Arguably, he's had enough time to go round twice. Looks like maybe he has. Maybe he hasn't. He might just be stuck. I don't think he's done anything. I think he's just sat there the whole time. Oh, hang on. Is it because I accidentally jumped inside the vehicle? Let's find out. So if I jump in and press H. He's a flipping lunatic. What is he doing? Wow, I don't remember the AI being this thick since Farm Sim 15. I mean, they were really thick in Farm Sim 15. But I don't remember them ever being this completely devoid of intelligence. What is he doing? He's obviously trying to harvest from the edge. But does that mean that you can never hire an AI driver to do anything for you halfway through a job? What is he doing now? Wow, that just got dark all of a sudden. And I'm still paying him for this as well. Wow, this is terrible. What is he doing? I don't want to jump in the vehicle and stop him from doing what he's doing. I want to know if he can ever figure it out. Aha! Has he finally sussed it out? Wow. That is pretty terrible. Don't remember it ever being that bad. Unbelievable. All right. Get some lights on in this bad boy. What? What? None of the lights work. I'm sure this vehicle has lights, right? What? Why is it unset all of my buttons? I wonder why I couldn't indicate left and right. This is bad. Honestly, this is really quite bad. What does toggle light reverse and toggle light from external even mean? Oh, beacon. Working lights left and right. Didn't know what that's doing. Oh, look! The AI vehicle on the bridge is stuck, and I am assuming because I am there. If I move out of his way, oh my god, that's terrible. So I'm affecting the cars above me on that passover. Wow. Tell me again how you think these developers care about their game. This game has been passed out to all of these massive YouTubers for so long. How have they not discovered or highlighted any of these bugs? I think you know the answer to that question, don't you? And the thing is, they won't listen to people like me. I'm putting so much time and effort into finding all these bugs, trying to offer solutions, and they just do not pay any attention. He's not doing a very good job there, is he? He's missed loads. Even though he went over that bit. Now what's he doing? What is he doing now? Thinks he's Michael Jackson or something. Right, anyway, back to my lights. Front lights. Back lights. So that's like just switching between all of the lights, and the one on the right does nothing. So I think I'll change that. It would be nice also if this stayed where I bloody left it, so that I haven't got to scroll down every single time I want to change something. So that's button 12. Okay, so if I now put this here, get rid of them because we don't want them on there. We have more important button keybinds for that. So now that should switch between all of my lights. That's forward lights, that's back lights. That's also doing the same thing. So that's beacon. And that's just main lights. High beam. Oh, that looks vastly improved. Right, I just want to check something real quick. Am I actually destroying crops? I'm not sure I destroyed those crops. All those crops. All those crops. Right, let's just do a big test. I would say I'm not destroying any crops. Game settings. Crop destruction is on. Doesn't work. Damn it. I was hoping to get alongside him before he did his Michael Jackson maneuver. Didn't happen. I'll just pile alongside him the other side then. I'm not destroying crops, so it's not a big deal. But I mean, it is a big deal. It doesn't work, but you know what I mean. Want to chuck some of that stuff in here, mate? Okay, I'll move out your way. Get that sign out the bloody way as well. Practice. Damn it. Try again. How full am I? Almost completely full. Well, he hasn't got much left to do, so we'll just let him get on with it, I guess. It'd be interesting to see if a car comes this way. I don't think there are any cars over here. I don't think I've seen any. Whether or not they would just go round me whilst I parked on the side. I think they would. I mean, the AI have finally sort of completed field 17. 76% of it, anyway. I have never seen the AI turn around to harvest in the opposite direction like that before. Is that new? What the hell's that light? Okay, so the cars on the overpass, their lights go through the floor. Okay, there's another little bug. I mean, these aren't groundbreaking bugs, are they? No, but they are immersion breaking. Are we all done, fella? I don't think there's much left there for you to... It's a harvest, mate. Ah, now. Pipe out. Anyone got any idea what button that is? I know it's O on the keyboard. I'm trying to... So it looks like we don't have... We don't appear to have pipe out control. What I could do now, this would be interesting. No, that's not going to work. Please start the engine first. Roger. Pipe out. Change direction. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you rolling backwards? Right, now, hang on. Why isn't that kicking out? Another test here. Trailer fill limit off. Trailers can only be filled until the max allowed weight is reached. So that's off. So that should just keep filling it up until I stop it. But it's not doing it. So that doesn't work either. Okay. Is that a drop-off point over there? What is that? Biogas. Okay. So tip stations are in pink. Warehouse. Neighboring town. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Warehouse, dairy, harbour, grain, elevator. So let's go there, I guess. I had a feeling I was going to cut a vehicle up. Right, you can get past me. Oh, there's a lot of flickering going on there. Oh, I am so driving down a one-way street. Never mind. There's a lot of English in this Japanese town. Star Trekker. There's multiple Star Trekker shops. That one's empty. One-way street. I think I may have driven up this the wrong way as well earlier. Do you know what? My feet are so cold. I can't even press the brake pedal properly. I need to put some slippers on. The indicators are now working. But they don't turn off. Wow. There was a mod that fixed this in Farm Sim 15. How is it they haven't fixed it in the game? That's disgusting. I can't remember how long ago it must have been where vehicles did not automatically disconnect their indicators after you straighten the wheel out again. That's got to be in the 60s, 70s, maybe later. So what's the dump button? Do I not have a dump button? I need to have a dump button. Dump. For now, that will do. See, there's a bit of audio improvement there. It's not much, but it is there. There's no denying it's there. So, we've harvested 99% of the field. I've got to go back there and get the other 1%. And I think it's in the harvester. Let me just check. Yeah, it's in there. It just wouldn't let me continue filling up this trailer. Even though I've told the game to ignore the limits. Go down this way. noodles. Why are these not in Japanese or Vietnamese? Tea house. Not entirely sure where this is based. But I'm not going to bother with the traffic lights because there's not enough traffic, and I'd be very surprised actually if the AI adhered to traffic lights. Let's see. Damn it, I don't know whether those lights were green or red. Oh, well, that vehicle's sat there and the lights are red, so I guess they do adhere to the traffic signals. Okay, that's good. Is this a tunnel? It's the mist, isn't it? It's the fog. This is one of the new features. What is that van doing? Oh, I missed it completely. Need to practice. Right, change direction. There's a little bit of a beepy beep thing there, presumably telling me that it's in alignment, which is kind of cool. Dump this off and then we can say job done. But some of the bugs I've seen today, shocking, absolutely shocking. And that might be a route through there. Save me a lot of driving if it is. Get around this thing. Oh! 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 Nothing a tractor can't handle. Go on then, go! Oh my lord. There's no collision sounds either, I don't know if you noticed, with anything. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. Why is he so far back from the lights, I wonder? Is that it? Done. So we get a bonus $873 or pounds or whatever, euros for that. Plus the 125 an hour that I was paying the AI to sit there and scratch his head and scratch his ass, trying to figure out which way round the field worked. Very disappointing. But anyway, this vehicle is mine. I own it. I'll take it back to the start point. Hopefully next time we can do some rice stuff, as soon as I've got all the equipment for that. Tiring work. Well, that was a big dip. No indication from it. To be fair, I didn't indicate either. But the way he turned in there was very unrealistic. You would have at least expected him to slow down. I mean, I didn't because it's been silly, but yeah, they just turn in way too quickly. No indicators, super dangerous. But the fog is pretty effective. I can't see a bloody thing. So this is their new feature, is the fog. Yeah. Doesn't seem like an awful lot to get excited about. Ready. Let's go speak to Gramps, then what he says. Oh, he's not there. Of course he's not there. He's not there because it's bedtime, right? So the other bloke lives in here. He must be asleep. Okay, well, I suppose it's a good time for us to have a sleep. We'll see if Grandad's back there in the morning. Hey, okay. So,
First month on the farm behind you, kiddo. How's it going? Nice to hear. Don't forget, farming is a learning process that never ends. You will always learn something new, no matter how long you've been doing it.
right, so can I help you with something?
Here's what needs to be done at the moment. Take your pick.
Take your pick. Right, so I can help with
Some
harvesting.
carrots require harvesting. How about you make that happen? Do you own the required machines, or do you want to borrow them for a small fee? How do you want to do it?
Damn it, we're going to have to do carrots. I mean, when you add something new like rice to a game, and you have this option here where you're going to be led through the experience, why not put rice the first thing? It's new. No one's done it before. Why not make it the first thing that you try out? Guys have got no logic at all. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. I'll just send you to the outro.